So today we're going to be talking about getting inside the mind of a jet charter client and what luxury travelers really look for in a private jet. You may be watching this because you're thinking of chartering a private jet and you're wondering what you should be looking for. Today we're going to be talking about the top reasons people choose to charter, what premium clients value, trending destinations. We're going to talk about some examples. The top reasons people choose to charter is because they want to save time, they want flexibility. It's also a health thing these days because they're on an airplane with people they know. And it's also an image thing. You know, if the camera's rolling, they're doing their Instagram thing, TikTok, you know, they want to be seen on a private jet or take some photos to post online. But time, I would say, would be the number one thing, and the flexibility. So you want to save time. Private jets go into so many other airports besides the airlines. You know, you book a private jet, it will leave when you want it to leave. And that's another advantage, the time thing. You know, if you live near Oxford, you don't want to travel all the way to Heathrow. You know, same if you live in the Valley up in Los Angeles, you know you could leave from Van Nuys Airport instead of traveling all the way down to LAX to jump on a flight, or Burbank. This is kind of the advantage that the private jet has. There are lots of other airports out there the airlines don't go to. In America, you've got 5,000 airports in total, but only 500 are serviced by the airlines. That's just an example. So you've got 10 times more airports to choose from. Obviously, premium clients, they like service, convenience, discretion. You know, you turn up, you park your car in front of the private jet terminal, you go into the private jet terminal, there are very few people there. Everyone's very discreet at private jet terminals. They won't stop you for autographs or things like that. You can have your privacy. It's very convenient because you just park your car. Some places you can drive the car up to the airplane, out the car and onto the plane. And of course, the service you get on the private jet is, you know, next to nothing. Destinations, and this is an interesting one because we are at about 50-50 right now between people that use private jets. 50% use them for leisure, 50% use them for business and finance hubs in the world. Private jet travel, we've got New York City, and that's Teterboro Airport and White Plains Airport. People do go into JFK because what happens is a lot of people that fly private will fly long distance with the airlines, so they'll land at JFK and they'll pick up a private jet for the internal flights. We've got Los Angeles, Van Nuys, we already mentioned, and we've got LAX, which is the international airport. Then we've got London, and London we have Farnborough, which is purely dedicated to private jets. We've got Luton, which has a bit of airline traffic as well as private jet traffic, and Biggin Hill, which is dedicated to private jets. Used to be a Royal Air Force base there. We've then got Geneva and Zurich in Switzerland. It's important that both those airports are used by the airlines as well as private jets. And then we've got Paris-Le Bourget. Paris-Le Bourget is a bit like London Farnborough, purely dedicated, and like New York Teterboro. These are three airports in New York, London and Paris that are purely dedicated to private aviation. Now, luxury and leisure lifestyle destinations. We've got Palm Beach, Florida as a place where the ultra wealthy are gathering these days. We've got Aspen and Vail in the mountains of Colorado. We've got the Hamptons in New York. And then we go over to Europe where we've got Nice on the Côte d'Azur, including Saint-Tropez. And Saint-Tropez is another airfield. I've flown in there myself. The airlines don't land at Saint-Tropez. They do land over at Nice Airport. You've also got Cannes Airport, which is another airport nearby. I've flown in and out of there as well. It's a shorter runway. You get a lot of private jets in and out there too. And then we've got the Maldives and the Seychelles. But then we have some emerging and trendy hotspots. We've got Dubai, which a lot of people have heard about. You've got Ibiza and Mykonos. Ibiza is a Spanish island. Mykonos is one of the Greek islands. Tulum and Los Cabos in Mexico. And then you've got Doha and Riyadh in the Middle East. Doha is in Qatar, famous for the World Cup. And Riyadh is in Saudi Arabia. It's becoming the new trendy upcoming city of the Middle East. And then, of course, we've got the Bahamas, in particularly Nassau and Exumas. So these are the places that people are going for private jet charter. So if you're interested in chartering a private jet, you can reach out to me, ping me an email, and we'll get on a call and we'll organize your charters for you and get you that nice charter to the Bahamas, or maybe over to Van Nuys in Los Angeles for your business meeting, or maybe somewhere else in the world. That's all from me on this episode of BizJet TV. Remember to check out Be Aware But Don't Care, my new book, which is out now. Click on the link below to get that. And if you click on the next video, you'll go to the Be Aware But Don't Care podcast. Interesting interviews with people that are living outside the queue, as I call it. And that's all from Fabrizio here on BizJet TV, and I'll see you on the next one.